above that shine so bright.
I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried. Over the years, the tires keep getting bigger, and the terrain keeps getting gnarlier. More or less, I've spent the last 20 years riding drop bar bikes, but today, that's about to change. I put out the smoke signals, the cry for help, the plea for insanity, and finally, on this day, my prayers have been answered. This call was answered swiftly and justly by a small yet elite bicycle manufacturer out of Northern California that goes by the name of Ibis. But first, I gotta go pick up the bike from Fat Tire Farm here in Portland, Oregon, who's gonna set me up because apparently you gotta adjust suspension for your weight and the bike, and so let's go. Yeah, okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The universal language of bicycle. That's for the Fat Tire Farm. Okay, Patrick's helping me adjust the suspension. What the hell does that mean?
So in the same way, if you have the wrong size road bike, you can have a bad ride on a good bike. If you have your suspension set up wrong, you can have a bad ride on a really nice bike. So we're gonna set up the air springs, front and back, to an appropriate pressure for your rider weight. We're gonna be adjusting what's called sag. We wanna sit into the travel and the fork and rear shock a certain percentage. So we'll be adjusting for that. So this is Fox's factory 34. This is their top tier trail fork. Oh, this makes 130 millimeters of travel. You've got 3 different compression settings. When you're in your first setting, you've got a little micro adjustment here. And then you've got rebound adjust down here.
Oh boy. What setting do you think I should ride the most?
You know, if you're on technical terrain, probably leave it in the open setting most of the time. The Ibis bikes use the DW linkage. They're pretty darn efficient. They have a lot of what's called anti-squat. So once you're pedaling and there's some tension on the chain, it's gonna hold the chassis pretty still. You shouldn't have to micromanage the shock too much.
Oh, damn. Okay, computer? You guys are like, what time is liftoff?
We're right at about 25%, which is a good place to be on a bike like this.
Look at this crazy thing. I had to roll over something. Okay. Climbing's still hard. I just thought maybe, I don't know. Whee!
Enjoy.
Thanks, player.
Enjoy.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. I don't have any way to put the bike on a bike rack. The axle's too thick for my Thule, and Ellie has the rack, so I just gotta put it in the back. Like Johnny's first day with the bicycle right here. Player palace right there. Look at this little ripper. What? Okay, so what are we working with? This is an Ibis Ripley, carbon fiber, lightweight, highly capable, dual suspension Ramble Grambler. This thing has 130 suspension in the front and 120 in the back. And it's coupled with Ibis's DW Link, which is a highly efficient linkage system for the rear suspension. This thing weighs in at 26 pounds, which is pretty amazing, considering that the bomb track weighs 24 pounds. And the suspension is minimal and there's no rear suspension. It's got Shimano XT. It's got one by Shimano XTR 10-51. Carbon fiber, race face, next 2 cranks with a 32 in the front. The damn sun keeps creeping in, I gotta move over. This thing comes with, this guy's got boost spacing and comes with Ibis's 935 wheel set. Carbon fiber rims laced to Industry 9 hubs. These things have 29 millimeter internal width, which makes those tires fatty boom batty. So what else does it have? Currently running Schwalbe Hans Stoff 2.6 tires. Those look like mud chunkers. Bike yoke dropper, and Ibis's own carbon fiber bars. This thing's ready to party. And I don't know anything about mountain bikes, so I'm so curious to see how this guy does on a lot of the terrain that we've been riding. But first, I say we just take this for a little spin out in Forest Park and see what all the chunk is about. All right, we're all locked out on the pavement. So far so good. I mean, big tires are big tires, so They don't really pair super well with pavement, which is to be expected. But wait, just wait, because they're going to shine momentarily. Climbing in the dirt, it's still hard. It's not any easier. Plus, there's a lot of rubber on this thing that I'm slogging along with. So, but I would say it's no harder than climbing with that bomb track. That heavy son of a bitch. Good God. Okay, back to the pain. Brad at Fat Tire Farm had a really cool bit of insight for transitioning to full suspension. He was saying that I'm so winded. Because the bike has suspension, it'll dampen a lot of the vibration when you're climbing, and it'll feel like it's slower than it actually is. Something to keep in mind, it's like a psychological mind puzzle that you gotta overcome. But know that you're still getting there, even though it might not feel that way. Okay, I get it now. Wow, control and speed. Woo. Okay, now I want to try it unlocked all the way. Look at all this chunk, no problem. Oh my God, so much easier. Well, as soon as I learn how to ride this thing, it's gonna be crazy fun. Just a little sampling to get my feet wet with this crazy machine. So far, so great. Big shout out to Ibis for making this happen. And hey, this couldn't have happened without you. Yes, you tipped off Ibis, who reached out to me. So thank you for that. We did this together. I hope that I'll be able to satiate your adventure quota on this mean machine. If there's anything you liked here, go ahead, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Channel memberships are now live. Exclusive content, early access, plus more. And if you want to learn more about this Ripley or other bikes that Ibis offers, check the link below. They got a whole fleet of amazing bikes. All right, players, much love and respect. Dustin Klein, signing off.